All right, guys, so I'm going to come more often on video here. I'm going to be bringing you, even on my drives, right? Figure out how I can communicate with you guys. I get a lot of emails, DMs, and I feel that I can't answer all of them. So I'm going to be making some of these videos specifically answering some of the questions. One gentleman asked me about confidence and how he lacked it, especially walking into rooms with high net worth individuals, walking into rooms where people were maybe, a little bit wealthier than him or more knowledgeable than him. And his confidence was very, very low every time that he walked into these rooms. And he was asking how he can build the confidence up. And I said, well, listen, man, you got to get into the rooms and make it more of a norm for you, which means that you don't get so uncomfortable every time you walk into these rooms, that you actually start feeling like you can fit in. Too many people walk around with an attitude of, oh, I'm not starstruck, or, I don't bow down to anybody, or, I feel okay when I walk into a room. Listen, bullshit. Because damn right that powerful men make you feel uncomfortable. All right. It happens across the board. Why? Because that they've put in probably more time and effort and built more than you have. And yes, they are at a higher level than you in life. And, you can talk about what a good father you are, what a good husband you are. But in reality, when you look at the bottom line, okay, a man that's built $100 million company and another dude that's just, going from job to job, even though he's a great dad and he's a good person, okay, he doesn't have his life at the next level, right? He didn't step up to that level. So when you get into these rooms, it's okay to feel a little bit uncomfortable at the beginning, but hell, man, just get in there. Go often. Get around people that are ahead of you. And one thing that I say is, do not, and this is important, do not ask people to help you immediately. Because some of you go into these rooms like asking, begging. Rather, you should start bringing in value, right? That's the idea. Start bringing some value to the table. Make sure that you're dressed properly, that you are, you're a well-spoken guy, that you're articulate, that you shut your mouth when you don't know anything, okay, as far as when you don't have any knowledge on what people are speaking about, because then you sound like a fool. But it's good to go out there and communicate and speak to people about things that you know about, position yourself as an authority in certain things, and then people will start recognizing you and connecting with you. I mean, that's the way of the world. And I'll tell you, for me, I've always had a hard time, making friends with people. I don't trust people. I'm not a guy that's going to be cuddly with people and, nice all the time. I'm a very black and white kind of guy. Either I like you or I don't like you. That's the bottom line. But I have worked, and I think that I've gotten better at being more approachable and having more, charisma in the sense of connecting with people, maybe smiling a little bit more, just being a little bit more relaxed. Remember, I come from an environment for almost 19 years where you were in a position of authority dealing with bad guys, and you have this attitude of everyone's trying to get one up on you, everyone is lying, so I had to filter my way out of that, and I think that I've done a better job. So but one thing about me is you get straight up honesty, right? Like, I am very what I say is what I do. It's, you'll never have a gray area with me. Um, and I think a lot of people, especially that have that kind of character, they appreciate that. Okay. So, for me, this is who I am. This is what I am about. But I've had to work a lot on my, on the way that I am with people, especially when I walk into these rooms and such. Now, when I'm in these rooms, I believe that I've leveled up my life where I'm accepted in most of these rooms, and there are people around me who don't feel comfortable. So it's my job to make people feel like they can approach me and so on. And that's what I'm working on. For you, most of the time, what you're working on is trying to get into these rooms without feeling like, uncomfortable and maybe a little bit egotistical and trying to show who you are and what you're about. Listen, put in the time and effort and not just doing, but also learning, right? And your experience will go tenfold. So I ask you this: if you're in a position in your life where you are learning, maybe you need mentorship, when you are trying to build your life, check out our program, Legion Builder. It's literally like $10 a month or something like that. And I coach it personally. I'm there once a week. There's a lot of guys that are talking about building their brands and building, their companies. And, I'm not going to teach you magic, but I'm going to teach you what I did. I took my company from 0 to over 8 figures in a matter of just over 5 years. Okay. And I did a good portion of that while working full time as a police officer and making this almost like a semi part-time, but I still was able to build a foundation and let it and help it grow to where it is today. So, with that said, guys, please share this content. And I'm coming to you just as open and as I possibly can. People have told me just to talk and be open and share your experiences and your knowledge, and that's exactly what I am doing here. So if you can share this content, like it, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know what to do. I would really appreciate it. We're trying to figure out this YouTube algorithm and, of course, try to at least grow this channel in a consistent manner. So thank you very much, and may God bless you. Talk to you guys soon.